Okay, so this week we looked at a variety of media platforms that were rising. Also, the lecture looked at the transition of publishing, which it went through. So basically, I guess right now the assemblage of new media platforms have enabled new publics and publishing to merge. And throughout this, we are discovering what is persisting from the old printed scripted world to the new digital world, as mentioned in week 3's lecture. These days, I use my phone, I use my Galaxy Tab and my MacBook to read blogs, news, and even watch the news and videos via YouTube. Yeah, that's right. So basically, convergence is in place. But I guess the real amazing thing I discovered in this week's readings is that we as humans engage and partake in something called the actor network theory. Each time we engage with the non-human, such as this. So the ANT, short for actor network theory, was established by scholars, namely Mitchell Callan, Bruno Latour, and sociologist John Law. It is this theory that examines our invisible and undeniable intrinsic connection with the non-human. At first, I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But as I continued to explore this theory, it actually became interesting to me personally, because as a social network freak and having accounts on our top social networking sites, namely Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I found myself checking in on Facebook, allowing people to see where I'm at, what I'm doing, similarly just posting a status of whatever I wanted to say, allowing the publics to see, what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. The actor network theory, as we know it, exemplifies and stands in the gap of us living humans to that of the dead, or as Wikipedia puts it, the non-human. It simply aims to treat objects as social networks, as articulated by Wikipedia, and it seeks to clarify the space between two. Therefore, the assemblage of the actor network theory, the two parts assembled together, the non-human and the human, serves to serve each other and is acknowledged as two equal actors. So there's not one above the other just because I'm alive, just because this is not alive. We don't look at that, we don't judge on that, but we simply look and judge and look upon the relationship that I'm having with this and how I use, for instance, my iPhone to check in online, to Facebook, take photos and upload it on Instagram and whatnot. So there is an unavoidable relationship, and basically the assemblage of this relationship enables us to actually interact online, hence becoming a part and source of the digital media field. So for example, I'm at Starbucks, I'm chilling, I'm drinking my cup of coffee, I want to check in. I let people know where I'm at, what I'm doing. But how and what does this do? I guess firstly, this allows people to know where I'm at and what I'm doing because it is becoming published and also publics are able to see it. So all of you know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and this relationship with the non-human that I'm interacting with is, I guess, an example of this really ultra weird concept of the ANT, actor network theory. So basically, I believe it helps us to understand our connection to the non-human more than anything else in the world. It kind of shows and clarifies and looks deeper more into how we use objects and how objects relate to our social network and how we treat it as part of the social network. So this week's lecture also discussed the variety of stages public went through, as I mentioned earlier. One of the key points was also the variety of platforms which spawned digital audiences, like you, because you're watching me, and publishing into the world. The public review was also brought up, which is brought together by publication and via the uprising new technologies. Hence, it illustrated how much more easier for fragmentation and corruption of news to happen, especially in the assemblage of new world media. Wikipedia states that social relations, in other words, are only ever in process and must be performed continuously. In relations to the actor network theory, and now a lot of us, in relation to the actor network theory, when computers were first created, we all used to have desktops. Back then laptops were too expensive, iPads never even existed a few years ago, and now, transitioning 4 or 5 years on later, we have moved onto the portables, the laptops, the iPads, Galaxy Tabs, name it all. So therefore, the actor network theory is no longer in process with the latter, as technology is emerging every single day. Therefore, so is the actor network theory. It corresponds to the non-human, and however and whatever that may be, it is assembled with. Hence why Wikipedia quoted, They also assume that the network of relations are not intrinsically coherent and may indeed contain conflicts. So basically, it was saying that it's got a lot of problems and issues, and we gotta be continuing to maintain our relations with the non-human in order to see the actor network theory in place. So whatever, like e.g. the ladder of computers, desktops, and things like that are not really in use anymore, I guess it doesn't really correspond and relate to the actor network theory for many of us. So yeah, I guess across all these media platforms that I'm merging, the way news, stories, and other variety of publications are being assembled differently to history, it is true that our publics are growing, and publishing is becoming more rapid by digital audiences, because we become those publishers and we become those audiences online, whereas physically and print-wise, we could not be both.